Hey everyone, it's Jared with ToneandTitan.com. Today I wanted to run you through one of my favorite 10-minute ab workouts. We're going to do 5 exercises. We're going to do intervals of 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Let's get to it. And so the first thing we'll do are some reverse crunches. I've got my interval timer here. We'll hit start on that. Reverse crunches, what it looks like is you're going to get your knees bent. You're going to lower your feet until they almost touch the ground. And then you're going to use your ab muscles to pull your knees up and over your chest. With this, one of the most important parts of it is that I actually want you to lift your butt up off the floor. A lot of people will kind of cheat when they do these and just kind of stay right down here. You're going to activate those abs a lot more if you actually lift your butt up off of the floor. Looks just like that. Just about there. 5 seconds left. Good work. All right. 15-second rest period. This first rest period, they always go a little bit longer. Obviously, as we get closer and closer to that 10-minute mark, these 15-second rests become that much more valuable, that much shorter even. All right, next one, we're gonna do a double straight leg raise. So we're still working on the lower abs with this one, okay? So a slightly different variation than the reverse crunch. Now what we're gonna do, keep your legs straight while you do it. And so you're gonna go down. I don't want you to let your heels touch the ground while you do this. So as you lower, do it nice and slow. Come almost down to the ground, but not quite. And again, the same thing, I want you to concentrate on using your abs to pull your butt up actually off of the mat that you're on. Just like that. Good, 15 seconds there. And this next one is one of my favorite ones, a hip raise, a straight leg hip raise for your abs. What you're gonna do, we're gonna put both your feet straight up towards the ceiling and then use your abs to pull your feet up towards the ceiling. Just like that. Try to keep your knees straight. Try to lift your butt as high as you can up off of the floor that you're on. Just like that. This one works well too if you're at home. I'm kind of in the middle of an open gym floor. If you're at home, you can actually use a couch or something to hold on right up here above your head. Works well to do this one too. It's a good way that you can really focus on those ab muscles that you're doing right there, just like that. Next one that we're going to do is going to be a Russian twist. And so you're actually going to come up into a seated position for this one, kind of hovering in this position right here, and then you're going to reach to one side and then to the other. And so it looks just like that. So we're keeping the feet suspended, reaching from one side to the other. Great way to kick on the rectus abdominis is the one that's holding us up in this crunch position. Then the obliques kick on as we reach from side to side, just like this. Good work. Do one. Good, just like that. We're gonna, the fourth exercise that we're gonna throw at you with this is going to be a full sit-up. And so we'll get down into that sit-up position. And then you're just gonna do your sit-ups just like this. Full sit-ups up and down. This one's gonna be a little bit of a burner as we've already made it through some fairly difficult ab exercises already. Try to keep your feet down. I've kind of got a heavy upper body, so it's a little bit more difficult for me. With this, you can bring your arms down here towards your knees, and so lowering your arms this way is going to make it easier, and that it brings your center of gravity actually closer to your feet. I was kind of shooting for right up here in this position. More difficult than that would be up and behind, or with your hands all the way up here behind your head, kind of in a full sit-up. And that one's usually a little bit easier if you can, in fact, lock your feet underneath a couch or something like that. Finally, how about a 45-second plank? So we're gonna get down into this position right here. Planks are one of my favorite ab workouts. We actually learned quite a bit about this one in physical therapy school. Few exercises kick on more muscles in the core more effectively than doing these planks do. And so with a plank, you're focusing on keeping your back straight. A lot of times people will say, oh, those planks really hurt. Most of the time, it's because they've got this big arch in their back. So I'm really trying to accentuate that. If you're hanging out back here on your ligaments and your vertebrae, that's gonna start to hurt your back. So try to tuck your hips up underneath yourself. Keep a nice straight low back as you do that. All right, I've got fantastic news for you. We're halfway home. And so roll back over and we're gonna do those 5 again. You'll forgive me if conversation stops during this second 5. So we started with the reverse crunch. Again, a slight bend in the knees, trying to not touch your heels to the floor while you do this one. Keeping your back down, your shoulders relaxed, using your ab muscles to pull your knees up towards the ceiling, up towards your chest. Just like that. Good work. 7 seconds, 6. So if you weren't feeling them before, especially if you weren't feeling them that first set, hopefully we're getting into some of that. Again, these 15-second breaks go shorter and shorter. 3 more seconds, we'll get into those double straight leg raises again. Both legs straight. Nice and steady coming up. Nice and slow going back down, trying to again, keep the legs, keep the knees locked out. Don't let your heels touch. Trying to get that butt up off of the floor if you can. Breathing is important. I haven't really talked about that because I've been trying to talk to you. Most of the time you breathe out on the work phase. Right there. Good. Just like that. The double straight leg raise, we're going to follow that up with the straight leg hip raises. If you remember that one, if you can. So, keeping the legs nice and straight, we're going to lift the hips up off of the mat, right up there towards the ceiling. This is a great one for kind of the middle part, the middle to lower part of the abs. I arranged these the way that I did to kind of tap out the lower abs. They're usually the hardest to work. And so I worked on designing this to tap those out first. And so subsequently, everything else becomes a little bit more difficult. Good. Very nice. After that, we've got to get into our Russian twist position. 5 seconds. And so again, semi-reclined, feet are up off the mat. Rotate side to side to side to side. Just like that, trying to keep the core nice and tight. As we do these rotations. Really trying to rotate, sorry, right, rotate through the shoulders. 5 seconds. We got 4, 3. Whew. Hopefully you're feeling it like I am on these. Good, almost there. We got 2 more exercises to do. The pull sit-ups. Coming at you. So I'm cheating a little bit on these. My abs are pretty tired. And so again, if you need to, use your arms to help you out. Depending on where your arms are, it's gonna be easier or harder. Yeah, 15 seconds. 15 seconds now. Good, we got 10 seconds. 3 more. Last one. Good work. And then we just gotta finish that up with a 45-second plank. After all that, that should be a walk in the park, right? We got this. 3 seconds. Here we go. Nice straight plank for 45 seconds to tap this one out. So again, as you're doing this plank, trying to keep your stomach sucked in, trying to keep your abs nice and tight. That deepest layer of your abdominal muscles, it's called your rectus abdominis. Excuse me, your transverse abdominis is the deepest one. And that's gonna kind of keep everything in nice and tight. Trying to suck your belly button into your spine while you hold this plank. Just about there, 3, 2, 1. Just like that. All right, so there you have it. 10 minutes of a killer ab workout, super easy to do, don't need a whole lot of room to do it. Try it out. Thanks for doing it with me today. For more great videos, more great workouts, you can check out toneandtighten.com or this YouTube channel. Thanks again for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.